Now, I'd like to introduce our next speaker. She's from Insider, and her name is Hande Cilingir. She's the co-founder, and she'll be talking about why leading brands are focusing on web and mobile app real-time personalizations. Please welcome her.
So, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Beirut. I also welcome to Beirut because I'm coming from Istanbul. But before starting my presentation, I have a confession. Generally, Turkish people are really proud about their foods. They are tasty, all the kebabs and etc. But it's the first time that I have tasted better foods compared to Turkey. So thank you very much for this taste again. But of course, it has a negative outcome because I put on 2 kilos. Also, thank you very much again for this. I will give a try whether it's working or not. It works, it seems. Great. So, I would like to start with a short story because it will give a better understanding about what's personalization and why it's important to do behavioral targeting and predictions about your users in an e-commerce site. Between the years 1978 to 2001, there was a post-regulation airline era for the America. There were a lot of price wars, fuel prices fluctuations, labor strife, and etc. And in this period, 9 airlines has went under. Only 1 airline has survived, and I'm going to tell you the reason a minute later why it managed to survive. There was an airline called People Express Airlines. They have tried to check the users' or customers' past behaviors and define a minimum price level, a constant price level, and try to sell all of his tickets at this price level, constant price level. However, in contrast, what did American Airlines, the one who survived it? They have looked at their customers' past behaviors, and accordingly, they predict the prices based on users' income level. So they make predictions. And this is one of the most important things also for your websites. We need to be customer data oriented. We need to set our strategies based on customer data. Why? This time it didn't work. Yeah, it worked. Because, ladies and gentlemen, there are too many people out there. And the biggest question is, how do you segment your customers? It's like a real estate problem. For a family which consists of 4 people, if you are trying to sell a house only with 1 room, it will not work. So, you need to find the proper house for the proper family or proper people. You need to know where are your customers coming from. You need to know whether they are returning visitors or repeated customers. You need to know their gender, so you should do the targeting accordingly. Before giving the answer about how we are going to do behavioral targeting and predictions about our customers, let's look at some numbers. And today, as Insider, I will be also very proud to give you some specific numbers about MENA region. Because in MENA region, we are currently working with more than 50 e-commerce customers. They are the biggest e-commerce customers in the region, e-commerce websites in the region. So I will be also giving some numbers about the region. According to facts, 97% of visits walk away from your site and never purchase. But those are the world numbers. I need to warn you about this. We are going to see some numbers for the MENA region later on. I can say that this number is higher for this region. But I believe it will improve. Second, 80 to 85% of times, people do not convert their basket. It's a huge number. 80 to 90% of people do not see promotions on your home or landing page, because whenever they enter your landing page, there are a lot of messages. There are, product visuals, there are a lot of sales or discounts, so they are confused. and we cannot get their attention. And the last one is 99% of the customers do not provide any contact details before they leave from the site. So, again, very interesting data. Cost per clicks has increased by 288% between the years 2010 and 2015. In 2015, acquiring a new customer for your website is more expensive than ever. So we need to be very careful about how we are going to acquire a new customer. And there is a 4 trillion of worth abundant basket in 2015, and the key is 63 of the percentage is potentially recoverable. We need to recover this. So, do you see the opportunity? Let's see the world numbers together, and then we will be moving to MENA region. General conversion rate, average conversion rate for the e-commerce sites in the world is 3%. And bounce rate is, bounce rate is about 28%. Do you have a guess about the conversion rate of this region? Maybe we can give a free trial of 1 month of free trial from Insider. Who's going to make the close guess? Do you have a guess? Yeah? 1%? No guess? No idea? Unfortunately, it's even less than 1%. It is 0.8%. And the bounce rates are almost 58%. Let's check again some numbers from this region, especially conversion rate of traffic channels relative to their site average. As you can see, still, we are receiving the highest conversion rate from the emails. In the second place, referral traffic, and the third one is social. As you can see, interestingly, paid search and displays has even sometimes negative conversion rates. Device traffic rates. As also mentioned a lot of times in this conference and events, mobile has an increasing trend, but I would like to indicate a very important point about mobile. You might think that mobile app trends are increasing, mobile apps usage is increasing. It's right, but you shouldn't ignore mobile web. For some of our partners, as well as we observe, mobile web's traffics are even higher compared to their mobile app, so you should also think about investing your mobile web. I can see that even for our customers in Europe, in Turkey, in Poland, mobile web has a more increasing trend compared to mobile apps. So, when visitors come to your site, think about a new customer or new potential customer. Think about a new user who is coming to your website at the very first place. Ladies and gentlemen, you have only one landing page. You have only one chance to catch this customer. So, you have only one content to deliver relevant experience for this customer. The key is you have only one chance to capture your customer. So, we need to know very well our customers. Whether they are first-timers, whether they are sofa servers, whether they are big spenders. If it's a big spender, I shouldn't maybe show a discount on my landing page for this user because it will be irrelevant. Because though this guy is going to make the purchase at a higher price anyway. So why not to, increase my budgets and also give a discount for a user with a higher income level? You need to know very well the basket cases and super shoppers. You need to know more about your customers. Because, again, one more interesting statistics. Over 75% of a site users contribute almost no value. And 5% of a site users contribute nearly 50% of its total revenue. At this point, let's also check some numbers about the personalization. 86% of the customers says that personalizations influence what they purchase. So, static content is dead. Even for an e-commerce site, even for an online publisher, or even for an online banking solutions, static content is dead. Think about, let's assume that I'm a man, and I enter one of the websites, let's say souk.com, and then how do I going to feel if I see the first two products as a ladies' products? So it should be static. It should be dynamic. It will decrease your bounce rates. Understand your users and provide product selection accordingly is the key. So, if I see a screen like this, a landing page like this, then it will be relevant. We need to be smart, very smart about our customer data. So, our digital marketing strategy, our social media strategy, all of our strategies for the digital side should be based on customer data. You know, there's a saying line in the technology game, in the internet game, Google always wins. Don't let the Google win. Why? Even for the Google AdWords, when giving ads, or even for the other types of Facebook ads, you can segment your users, and then you can increase the efficiency of your ads. So, you should start with the data collection. You should segment your customers. You should afterwards do the personalization. And at the end, you should optimize your conversion rates. How it will be possible? With personalization, with predictive analysis, I will be talking about in a minute, with email targeting, with A/B tests, measuring the results always. Because you should measure to learn, measure to fix. And multivariate testings. Cross-platform targeting is also very critical. And Google Analytics segment, the support of the Google Analytics segment targeting, you should create a website or mobile app per person. This is where the world going is. You need to know your customers well with the advanced personalization parameters. Location, browser type. For example, again, according to statistics, Internet Explorer users has 36% higher bounce rates compared to Google Chrome users. So if you can segment the users between Google Chrome and Internet Explorer, then you will also increase the conversion rates. You should know the software. Time of the day, generally this user is entering to your app, or this user is opening your emails. You should know the action history, visitor age to campaign. Or you should know the traffic source, where this user is coming from. If it's coming from, he is coming from AdWords, he is more valuable to us. Why? Because I'm paying for him. You should know a search engine, SEO keywords, client-specific criteria like age, gender, and so on. An example from one of our customers, MediaMarkt. MediaMarkt is one of the biggest electronic retailers in Europe. Their head office is in Germany. And with a dynamic content optimization, but I would like to take your attention without any IT support, because we know how busy your IT teams are. When the user has browsed for example, camera, by the way, this is a very simple example. Normally, our algorithms are working, and algorithms define the best offer, best product for this user. When this user comes back from Google again, what I do is I customize the website, the header, the banner, even the products under the banner. But it shouldn't be as simple as, okay, if this user has browsed to photo machines or cameras, whenever he comes back, just customize the web page accordingly. No. There should be smart algorithms working behind, which is going to define the best scenario for this user. So, we talk about the behavioral targeting. Okay, here. We talk about the behavioral targeting. Behavioral targeting logic is quite actually obvious. You know your customers, you segment them, you set the rules. For example, you can do even weather targeting. It's something very effective on conversion rates. If the user is coming from, let's say, Jordan, and if the weather is rainy today, then I'm going to customize the web page accordingly, or mobile app accordingly. And this is what we called behavioral targeting. But I would like to inform you about a new technology, which is a game-changer technology, which is predictive marketing. Because we like this saying too much. We are understanding the past is cool, but predicting the future is magic. So, how we make this magic real? With our predictive marketing platform. We automatically segment the customers. It's possible. By looking at the past behaviors of the user, by some models, I predict their, back please, back, yeah. I can predict their age. I can predict their gender. For example, with 91% of accuracy, even this user hasn't got any behavior on my system, I can predict their gender. It's important to predict their income level, because the products or the content that you are going to show them on your pages will be all about their income level, because they have different purchasing power. Likelihood to purchase, and and lifetime value, churn risk, they are the most critical things to predict and act accordingly. So there is a success story about the predictive analytics. We invite one of our partners. We have predicted the user's age, gender, and accordingly we make we make changes on the websites, and conversion rates has improved and increased up to actually 25 to 30%. We can skip this. As you see, conversion uplift was 25%, and conversion rate for this scenario was 3 to 5. And basket size uplift, not only the conversion rate, was about 7%. It's important to actually integrate all of those solutions with your other platforms. You can also optimize your digital marketing budget with the integration of CRM, Magento, Google Analytics, with your ad service. And apart from all of those integrations, whatever you do, please do it with a cross-device, cross-platform. It's important to do the unification. If a user is coming from mobile, you should know the same user also in your web. It's very important. It's meaningless to target the customers in the other platforms one by one and separately. You should have one database. You should unify the users. And lastly, it should be the kind of a circle about your digital marketing strategy. Please don't forget this circle. Whatever you do, it should be in accordance with this circle. So as an insider, only last 30 seconds, if you might think about making that kind of technology will take time, I'm really honest about this. With insider or not, you should have those technologies. You should work with that kind of product companies. And those kind of integrations aren't that long. Generally, it takes 5 to 10 minutes because it's a simple JavaScript code. And as insider, real 5 minutes. It's not a salesman 5 minutes. And yeah, continue, please. As insider, we have physical offices in Warsaw, London, Moscow, Istanbul, and Dubai, and trusted by brands, international brands like this. And if you would like to reach me, here is my email. I will be in the conference for the upcoming 2 to 3 hours. Thank you very much.